So what we've got here is a 1986 KDX 200 Kickstart Mechanism is what we're looking at here. So what I've got here is the transmission put in place, so I can put my clutch and idler gear and show you how it works. So what we're going to do is pull off this basket here, and what you got is a gear on the back and a gear here. This gear runs the crank gear. So the idler gear is going to roll on this little inner gear back down here. So you've got your idler and you got your kickstart mechanism, which only works in this direction, as you can see. Alright, so we'll pull that off. We'll pull this out. Wrong tool, I apologize. Let's see, you've got a bushing, and the spring has a tang. See this tang here? And it rides in the shaft hole, as you can see here. On the back side, you've got a ratcheting arm that holds it behind this lever. If you can see here, the lever. So the gear here on the back of here is engaged in the kick direction. As you can see, it's engaged in the kick direction, and this direction is free to ratchet. So if your Kickstarter is not engaging, you're going to want to look back here and make sure that your spring is good and your teeth are engaging. Should work just like that. So what makes this idle? Because right now it doesn't idle. It's engaged all the time. So this arm right here actually pulls the foot away so that this gear can spin free. And when you kick it down and bring that foot from behind this arm, it allows the gear to engage. So to start this assembly, what you're going to do is find where the foot is going to grab. See the foot there? It's going to grab on this wall behind this arm. This arm holds it to the wall. So I'm going to slide it behind it and set it against it. Now that brings the spring hole to the top. So I'm going to place the spring on it and set it so that the inner part falls in the hole there and it just kind of dangles. This bushing you're going to set with that bad boy. The hole in the top of the bushing is going to go where that spring is to center the spring. Now since you're kicking this way, the spring has to go the opposite way to hold you. So pull the spring out, hold the bushing in place, and you're going to bring it around to the there's a locking hole here that's not a bolt hole. It's a locking hole for this spring. Once you get the spring locked in its hole, perfect. So she fits down in there, and when I put the kickstart on it, it goes this way. And if I were to hold the gear, it would ratchet back like that. Okay. So the idler gear goes on the shaft and interlocks with the kick. Now this should spin freely as you haven't engaged the cam on here. So it should spin. Clutch basket is going to align with this sprocket. Whoops. Need my bearing and thrust washer. We'll place the thrust washer over the shaft. Place the bearing on the shaft. Place the basket over and get it to align with this idler gear. So now you can see the whole motion here is smooth while the engine's running. This is how it runs when she's in gear. The clutch grabs the center shaft, which turns the transmission. So as you can see, with the kick shaft on, when I engage this way, I find tension because it wants to turn the motor, see? But when I let go, it ratchets back and spins free again. Only when you've got pressure here are you going to get the gear.